flights, exhausted trying to fall asleep. Losses at my recent fights, burdens on my shoulders now, burning all my motives down. Inspiration drying up, motivation slowing down.
Big guns, big guns, big guns. Yeah, look at these big guns. Psych, no big guns at all. Welcome to an NXT episode of WWE Universe. I will be laying here on my bed right now because I am tired, I'm lazy, and I have to go to work in a couple hours. So I'm just tired and busy and lazy, and that's what I do. That's what I do. So the first match is actually CJ Parker, Mike Dalton, Byron Saxton. So that should be fun to watch. We are actually the next show or the next Universe episode will be an NXT pay-per-view. So let's just show you the champions. Bo Dallas is your NXT champion. Your Young Lions champion is Corey Graves. Your tag team champions are the Wyatt family, and your NXT Divas champion is Charlotte. So everything should be going according to plan. So let's have this match right here. CJ Parker, Mike Dalton, and Byron the Sax Machine Saxton. So we'll see who we are in this episode of NXT. These are the NXT rookies you will see in the storyline. Yes, I've already shot it, but I haven't rendered it, and that's the longest process. And I need to make sure I leave the fan on that day to to help make sure the computer doesn't get too hot. And I gotta leave a fan on. I just can't leave it there like that. I gotta put a fan on it. That way I have another fan to help it breathe, help it relax. And these rendering things, like Raw takes about 6 hours to render to get everything together, even though it's a 2-hour show. A 30-minute one gets about an hour. So pretty much every 30 minutes is about an hour or so. I haven't yet figured it out. Depends on how much you have. And I think Raw has about 100 and something clips of it. Maybe 200, 300 around there. It's 100. It's hundreds of clips that are all put together. Because I do cut and paste and a whole bunch of things. So that's probably something I'm going to talk about. Storylines. And how it all goes down. So this is pretty simple. I've always just gave you the simple explanation, but here we go. Let's talk about the simple explanation first. Usually, if you, this is pretty much for anyone who doesn't write storylines and would love to start saying, hey, why not me? If this schmuck can write something, I can write it too, and I can do it way better than this schmuck. Yeah. Anyways. What was I going? Yeah. Usually you make sure what you want to do is your first step. I just came out of nowhere with my first step. My first step was I already did mine already in the dark closet of my room. Yeah, that's right. No, it wasn't on my near my no zone place. Where I touch my no zone. But yeah, my fucking no fly zone, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, my no-fly zone is pretty much a nice spot, but there's no fly around it, so you can't fly around it. So sorry, it's no fly, thanks. He caught me there. Anyways, when you do one, it's you choose your champions pretty much, unless you're just going out of nowhere with a storyline where you're just gonna be like, the last champion was blah blah blah, but he's gone, or something like this, or we defeated him because of this, which would make a little bit interesting. It would make interesting when the guy returns, when you return him. And I know a lot of people, we would love to use every character that's out there. But yet again, you must remember, you do need superstars to pop out of nowhere to be surprised. I think that's something that really changes the game right there. A new superstar in the frame of everything. A guy who's coming back, a legend. That's why you don't see Austin or The Rock really used that much in my storyline. Yeah, you saw The Rock on at WrestleMania. But you really, after that, you never really saw him again. Because he's a legend. He's not in there. I like doing storylines with current superstars. I know a couple other people probably say, gosh, do it with the Attitude Era guys because they're much better, or guys from that era. I'm like, you know what? I've seen stories for them already. I don't want to do something like that. I'd rather do stories with guys I've never really seen much because they're newer and fresher. And you can give them a little bit more of it. You just make it a little bit funner. You've seen the story already probably with that guy. You probably build let's go with Van Damme or something like that. You go with him. You've probably already seen that story and actually really played out and on real life television. And then with a guy like, let's say, a Byron Saxton, a Parker, or a Dalton, you've never seen the story played out with something like that. So it's a different thing to do right there. Usually that's why I think in my opinion, I like using newer superstars. real new superstars instead of the old superstars, because I think an old superstar is way better for to making things interesting to return or something like that, something fun like that. That's always makes it more interesting to return from this guy or out of nowhere. Now, let me tell you when I started. I had Randy Orton as my WWA champion, and I had my world champion as Shelton Benjamin, cashing it in. And let's say you've never done anything. Let's say you're gonna barely get into it. What I would suggest is doing I was supposed to do this for another guy like a year ago, but it didn't happen because I was too busy with the whole bunch of shit he wanted me to do. One of them for him, and I was like, what? And I was kind and gracious to do it, but I never really went anywhere because it was too much work. But anyways, I suggested you do like a little recap of the last pay-per-view from where you're gonna start off your thing, and I think it was something from Night of Champions or something like that. We were gonna start from that. I was gonna shoot a couple scenes, edit it all together, put it all together just as a recap of the show. Start Monday Night Raw and go from there. So usually you do that. Usually you come off from a pay-per-view, or you can start at a pay-per-view. Who knows? You want to start off a pay-per-view and just go from there. But it's up to you if you want to do that. I didn't. I started off from Monday Night Raw. I sent out, I think, my first. Not my first one. The first video I ever put out was the storylines one. It just featured all my champions. I believe it was Orton, Shelton Benjamin. Who was my U.S. champion? I think it was Sheamus. The Intercontinental champion. I think it was Kofi. Kofi can, and then Drew McIntyre and Jack Swagger. Those guys were also on my list. So that was some fun time right there. But you go into it and you hope you have a couple storylines you want to play out. It really depends on you and how much time you have to spend on it. You can either make it a big time show, or you can just focus it around 3 main rivalries on Raw and then 3 main rivalries on SmackDown. You can do that right there. It's not that. I think that's pretty cool because that gives you more time just to focus on those feuds and make it more perfect, make it better for the people who are watching. Honestly, that's just my honest opinion. When you have 3 feuds on one show, it makes it much easier. You have 3 matches, maybe 4, and you build them up around those 3 feuds. Pretty simple stuff right there. That's, I think, the easiest way to get it done. One feud for the championship, one feud's a big time feud, maybe another one for the other titles. Who knows what you can do. It's always something you can do. They're just fun. And then 6 pay-per-view matches except mine. I like wrestling. I like the actual playing the actual game and wrestling, making matches. I love that. That's my favorite part of the whole thing. Making the matches, playing the matches, just having them compete, and throwing out some stupid matches that make no sense sometimes. Like, oh, he just kicked him. Oh, wait, he got back up. Oh, wait, what's going on? Oh, my God. I'm like, damn, makes no sense. Great, whatever. I'm going to go with this, and I'm just going to hope it works. I'm going to throw it into left field. Hopefully no one catches it and says you're out. But, no, yeah. Anyways, usually come in with your champions. Mine were, as I told you, those were my champions. I came within the story for building it to them. I started after the Royal Rumble. Mine started after the Royal Rumble. So at that point, I built up to Elimination Chamber. And my first Raw was pretty simple. Get matches. I think the matches were to see who would be in the Elimination Chamber. And I think the beauty of making your own stories is that you get to see matches that you wouldn't see in live television. Maybe you would sometimes, and that's not wrong if you put some matches that have been on live television before, because maybe you can make them better than they were, or maybe you can make them a little bit more interesting. It's always depends on your imagination, and some people are pretty imaginative, and some people aren't. But if you think you aren't, don't ever just give it a try. If you think you're not, I think you should try it. I thought I had no imagination, and then I took a film writing class last semester, and I beasted the crap out of that, and I think I got 30s on every single one of my scripts, and that's because I was just like, well, let's just pretend this is like writing an actual storyline for my storylines, which is what I go pretty much on whatever my head's telling me, and it's just what happens, Let me see, the Orton, I remember the Triple H Alberto Del Rio feud that I had for WrestleMania. I just drew everything out there. I had Alberto Del Rio being backed up by Vince McMahon. Then I had I had whatchamacallit, Triple H, who is, I guess, well, he is Vince McMahon's son-in-law. You know, he was trying to take over the company, so he and McMahon pretty much put a bet. It was a pretty crazy deal. McMahon backing up Del Rio, Triple H going to be backing up himself. You know, McMahon said, you know what, I'll give you control of my company if you put up your marriage to my daughter. Bam. And then I went like, damn, man, that's terrible stuff right there. And then Del Rio says, you know what, how about you put up your career as well? And, you know, Triple H had a little bit more to go, and you know what? He still lost the match, I think. But again, then I twisted it on Monday Night Raw. It was like, bitch, I never signed a contract. I don't gotta do shit. Gotcha, bitches. And then yeah, you know, there's always ways to do it. You always gotta think it through. You always gotta think what you're gonna do. But yeah, it's just sometimes. Well, cause I do a lot. I'll do a lot of storylines. I usually try to. They're not huge. They're not like, oh my god, these are the greatest things ever. No, they're just there, and they're just what, you know. They're, some of them are to help to build other superstars. So I'm not gonna say they're all the greatest things, but some of them are there to help other superstars to go higher. Some storylines are to me, some are alright. Some are, you know, my big ones are the world title, the second storyline on SmackDown, and sometimes you don't have to give it. You know, you don't have to just. You know, you can just keep building up. Like example is the storyline I have on Wednesday Night Divas with the Beautiful People and Lake Cool. I haven't put them in a tag team match yet that, you know, has ended in a tag team match result. I haven't done that yet. I'm building up to that one because I know it's something people want to see. Just keep building up. Just keep putting more drama, more stuff, more obstacles, more everything. When it actually happens, it's going to be like, whoa. Glad I waited for that one, you know. You know, some feuds have to be like that. Some feuds don't. I'm not saying every feud has to be like that, but some feuds have to be like that. If you really want to put like a big time feud on it, that's how you do it. By the way, I'm Cameron. Look at me. Just going after Paige. Anyway, you don't have to put big emphasis on a long-lasting feud. Sometimes you can have a 1-month feud, like I do for the WWE Championship every freaking pay-per-view. Usually, I count it as 1 month every pay-per-view, even though it's released like every 2 years. A show of SmackDown's released every 2 years. I count it as a month because because if you count it as 3 months and then your pay-per-view, doesn't make any sense to me, honestly. So the same thing with NXT, same thing with Raw, they're all on a 1 week basis. So when I tell you 1 week, I'm usually in that storyline calendar, which is really off, but it's something that gets me through the day, gets me sleeping at night. But anyways, you can have those long storylines, you can have the short storylines, you can have whatever kind of storyline. You can have storylines that don't have to end at pay-per-view, that can end on a Monday Night Raw. No, that can never have a pay-per-view match, but they could be a Monday Night Raw, a B story. You can have a B story for everything, or a C or D. You know, just have stories for just have stories. Usually I try to have a story for everything, or at least try to put them involved in something is what I try to do. And I don't know how that works out, but that's just my process of doing storylines. Usually I look at what's gonna happen. I write the pay-per-view out like a while before it actually happens. I write it out, and I'm thinking, all right, how do I schedule these matches? What do I do? And then when I look at the matches that I scheduled, because my mind at that point knew that what I was doing, so I was scheduling matches for a reason. And then I look at it again. I forget what the reason is, but then somehow I remember. I'm like, oh, I got it. This is why I did this. Or maybe I don't want to do this match. Maybe I want to switch it around. Or maybe I'm going to put something out there, like this and that. And fuck, I need to take a break. But anyways, it's fun writing storylines. If you're considering into it, but you're thinking like, hey, maybe people won't like it. Maybe people will be like, so. Let me just give you a couple things I'll tell you that I don't like about certain people's storylines. I think if you don't really have like what is it, capture card, like a Dazzle or a Roxio or a Hot Peg or whatever other ones there are out there, it's gonna be really tough to really do one with like a camera phone, because honestly, when I see storylines and camera phones, I am like, damn, I don't know what to think of it. And because when you do it through these, you have a little bit more options to use a computer. These are clips, you can put more into it. You can actually put a whole bunch into it. But when you do it through a phone, sometimes the phones don't really get it the way a capture card would get it. And that's probably the problem I have with it. But and then sometimes you're shaky. Your hand are a little shaky. I'll show you. I'll show you guys an example in the near future of a couple of my my camera shot pay-per-views, and I'll show you what happens. And it's not the funnest thing ever, but I think, you know, it's what I think I don't like when I this is why I had to get a capture card, you know, instead of doing it by that kind of way, because that way it would have killed me. Yeah, it would have kicked my ass in the rear end. And it's probably the worst thing you guys will ever see, but trust me, it's a way to start, I guess. It's the way I started, and now I'm here. So I started from the camera, now I'm here. Started from the camera, now the whole team here. Ah, you're not gonna get her up, ha 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 ha. I'm not letting you pick her up, ah, nah 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 nah. Oh, I missed. What is her finisher? I don't know what her finisher is. I have to run at somebody? Or do I have to, like, put someone over here? Here we go. What the fuck is going on here? What the hell? What's that? Oh, there was a submission going outside. And here comes a pin. 1, a 2, a 3. Cameron's the new #1 contender for the Divas Championship. Oh my god, what is going on NXT? Yeah! Somebody call my mama. Somebody call my mama. Somebody call my mama. Somebody call my mama. Because Cameron's mom doesn't believe she's the #1 contender for the NXT Divas Championship. Anyways, another thing about storylines, I guess, that what I do. I'm not telling you this is the right way to do it, because obviously you don't see the success in my pudding. But this is my story. This is the way I think of it. Not successful. It's not anything. It's just a way I do it. How do you say this? Sometimes using legends isn't always the right move. Isn't always the right move. It's what I want to say. You know, it's good, but it's not the right move. You know, I'm just gonna say that. And sometimes you have to check. You have to look at the show you're putting it in. Like I have pretty much everything. So I think, would a guy like, let's just say anyone big, let's say like a John Cena really show up on a show like Superstars? I think not. So when you take a show into consideration, you really have to think about the person's like stature. Unless you're building like a storyline where you just drop them to the bottom and now they're just trying to crawl their way back, then go ahead, put him on Superstars just to say, oh, he went this low. He's starting back on Superstars, trying to get everything back and all this and that. But other than that, you have to really value also the shows that you put them in as well, because that makes the show. That will really show out which shows are the best, which shows are the best. You know, like that. Which shows are you willing to put the most effort into, the more star power into it. Like mine's is Raw. Raw is the one that has the star power into it. Then SmackDown, and then after that, I think it's Divas. If I'm putting it in here, NXT doesn't count because that's not my stuff. That's SmackDown stuff. So it's Raw, SmackDown, Divas, and then I'm gonna say it's main event, Thursday night Superstars, and Saturday morning Slam. That's the way it runs down my schedule on my thing. That's how I based it on importance. When you go to ECW storylines, have the ECW/WCW one as first, the Impact one second, and Revolution as third. And you know that's why you don't see like the big guys like that on it. But we have Leo Kruger versus Oliver Gray. I think the people want to see one thing and one thing only. You know what they want, Juan. Give them what they want. Give them that one thing. Oh, I know what they want. They want some Hunter Eliminator. Yeah, they want some Hunter Eliminator. That's what they want. They want that Hunter. They want that Hunter Eliminator. He'll eliminate her. He'll eliminate you. He'll eliminate the world. Hunter Eliminator at your service. So, Hunter Eliminator, man, that dude's a beast. The beast. Oh, I'm the coolest person now. I am the cool. Oh man, I'm going to grammar hell. Let's put him up against Bo Dallas and his squad. So let's see who's Bo's squad gonna be. The Bo squad will be filled of guys like I don't know who Jake Carter is, but he sounds like a good guy. I don't think he will be, but he sounds like a good guy. Maybe we should put Sheamus in that squad. Cassius Ohno, Big E Langston, Byron Saxton, Mike Dalton, CJ Parker, Colin Cassidy, Eric Rowan, Sami Zayn. Let's put Sami Zayn right there. So Bo Dallas, the NXT champion, will team up with some guy and Sami Zayn to take on your beloved Wyatt family, the Wyatts, the guys that wear beards and cows and goat mask and stuff like that, and epic beards. Just by the way, too, epic beards. I would, wish to grow a beard like that one day, but I'm a little afraid of being called a caveman, or I'm gonna be a little afraid of being called a slut as well. But that's for another day. Do I know? Oh my God! Don't tell me you froze. If you froze, I'm gonna blame Cody Rhodes. Nah, Cody Rhodes is a nice guy. But yeah, that was just me explaining a little bit of the storylines, my philosophy of it. That's just me. Alright, so that's just the way I run my stuff. That's why sometimes I remember I get messages sometimes telling me, "Oh, you should do this and that." I'm like, well, see, the thing is, I'm not gonna dump this storyline for this one because I've already started working on this one. You don't really drop a storyline once you start working with it. You just go at it, even if it's not what you like. You just keep going at it, and then you work on then the next time you can work on it again. But again, you don't really drop your storyline. I've never really dropped the storyline that I wasn't planning on dropping. Usually every storyline has its time limit, and I drop it after that. So every time I've dropped the storylines because I dropped it. I just didn't. I was like, that's enough. It's enough of this one. I'm done with it. I have nothing. My mind's telling me, you know what? That's enough. No more. No mas. No mas. And there's always got to be that one thing that makes the fight worth it. One thing. You got to put the hero down. If the hero's going to win, you got to put him down. You got to put him down before that big epic win. If it's a villain, well, the villain has to be, he has to be scared. He has to be punked out. And if he's going to win, you got to find out either a dirty way or a clean way for him to win. Usually the dirty ways are the best, but those are the easiest. Those are the easiest to just come around. A clean win would really mean a lot for the guy to win a clean way over the other guy. That's pretty much when a clean win happens. That's pretty much you just saying this feud's gonna be over. In my opinion, that's when I see it, when I do it. It's this feud's gonna be over, and yeah, this feud's done. If that's the way I do it, I just do what I do. And even sometimes, even though if you think the people know what's gonna happen, you just let it happen. It's what makes sense for your storylines. If they know what's gonna happen, you're like, oh well, that's cool for you. And I hope just find a way to entertain it. That's pretty much it. Even if they know what's going to happen, find a way to entertain it. It's not about how you get there. It's about the journey you give them to get there to the end. They might know the ending, but if you give them one hell of a journey into it, the ending won't really matter as much. You gave them one fucking great story. You're like, oh, here, this twist, let me twist it around. Even though he's going to win. Let's say we got a Cena feud and a Bray Wyatt feud. You can add Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, all these guys into it. And Cena's going to win, but you put it to entertain somebody. You put this feud together where it just looks like John Cena's not going to win, but you got to show why. You got to give them all these things. You got to be entertaining, and you got to give them a hell of a journey to believe that to believe in the story, to get them invested in it. Because if you just go in and Bray Wyatt is getting his ass kicked every night he comes in, well, yeah, John Cena's gonna win. Or you just have Bray Wyatt coming out every night to kick John Cena's ass. Well, that's not really that great of a journey. You got to throw some twists and some twists at them, twists at your audience, and they'll enjoy it. I think usually that's what you do. That's usually the motto I go with. It's not about how it ends. It's how the journey is. The journey is what you do right there. The journey is what gets you interested into it, and the ending is just the ending. You know what's going to happen. It's like superhero movies. You know what's going to happen, but you're there because you want to see the journey for it. You want to see that epic battle that they throw at the end. You know they're going to win. You know they're going to find a way to win it. But you've already been emotionally invested in it because of the journey of the guys that are involved in this stuff. Even if you're rooting for the villain, you know they're gonna lose, but at least you got emotionally invested into their character. And enough said right there. That's how you do it. And then that character just keeps becoming one of your favorites. And every time they have a new story, you cheer for them. You give them everything you got. That's just how I think of my stories. I don't know how you guys think about if you guys make stories or anything like that. That's usually the way I think of it. I'm not the creative genius or anything like that. I'm barely bringing the Wyatts into it. It's been like 7 years since the Wyatts have been making their debut here. But, I'm ready to bring in the Wyatts after the people say. And sometimes it's best. Sometimes they do say it's best to listen to your audience. And it is pretty smart to do that. It is a very smart thing to do that. But at the same time, sometimes you have to get a little filter of what they're saying. Sometimes, if you listen to everything your audience says, I don't think sometimes it really work. At first, I think what I do when I do my storyline, just for the big dog right here, I usually try to please myself. I usually do what I want to do. I'm not like, well, because he wanted to see him win, so I'm gonna let him win. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that. And usually when you bring, like, let me tell you why I didn't bring the Wyatt family in anymore. I really don't know how to do something with the Wyatt family. I don't, because they're so fucking like whoa, like everything they say is like whoa. I can't really do that, but I'm learning to do that. But I'm not gonna say I'm good at it. So if I'm gonna bring something in like the Wyatt family, I want to be good at when I'm actually writing their words that they're saying. I want to be good at what I'm doing there. That would be beastie to do. But they're here. They're queer. Get used to it. Yeah, this is actually a pretty it's a pretty big stuff right here. They're here on NXT. I won't tell you when, because fucking Tad SmackDown is running the show a little differently now. He's running it the real way now, so they might be here in episode 7, episode 6, 5. Who knows? I don't know, man. I know that he did not schedule them for a match or anything on the next episode of NXT, so you will not see the Wyatt family on that show, but you will see other guys like Sami Zayn. You will see Hunter Eliminator. You will see Rashard Smith. You will see Ryan Gates. You will see a whole bunch. You'll see Paige. You'll see a lot of things. A whole bunch of new rookies. Explanation to fun explanation, actually, a very fun explanation. And again, you have to make the best out of it. But a fun explanation to why what happened to all the NXT rookies. So that's going to be fun to see too. But I'll see if NXT still has the same allure as it used to. Because I think a lot of people watched it because it was some rookies were in there, some of their rookies were there. But now there's only a couple created rookies. So, what? You're not out? Come on, I thought you were out, man. Bray Wyatt needs to knock you silly. But anyways, I'm jabbering it, and disrupting your fight right here. I'm gonna toss you over there. How do you do another move with Bray Wyatt? I'm trying to figure out what's his other move. Oh, that's his other move. Nice. Squash the guy to fucking death. I got it. Oh, he's tagging in Bo. Here comes Bo. NXT Champion's got something against me. He didn't even hit me. He didn't even hit me. Fucking Bo Dallas. You want to dance, Bo Dallas? I dance too. Bo Dallas, you bitch. Get. You don't dance with the eater of worlds, my brother. He's going to survive. He's going to survive. Oh, come on, Sami Zayn. Get out of my way, Sami Zayn. And look at Bo Dallas. This is, yet again, Bo Dallas. Everyone's favorite wrestler. Everyone's favorite guy. The Bo machine. The Bo. Why don't you Bo? Why don't you Bo? I don't know where I'm going with that. Or, wait. Are they saying boo or Bo? Oh, haven't you ever thought about that? Maybe they're not actually booing Bo Dallas. Maybe they actually are cheering him, but they are spelling his name. They're just saying Bo. They're trying to say Bo, but they're making it big. That happens sometimes with people. Like Alberto. It's like, oh, but it's Alberto. Maybe they're just trying to say his name, but they're just saying the thing louder. Maybe they're not booing Bo Dallas. Maybe the people actually love Bo Dallas. Now, if you believe me for saying that, I don't know what to say. I think I was trying to be sarcastic. I don't know if it worked, but if it did, yes, I got you under my skin. Oh, look at Bray Wyatt beasting him, man. Bray Wyatt is nothing but a beast. I'm gonna knock out the NXT champion right here, man. I'm gonna take care of business with Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt, he gonna come in here. He gonna take you out like this, dancing with the devil's playground, devil's juices, the devil's juices, and 3 count. Bray Wyatt, the Wyatt family, pick up a win here on NXT, the tag team champions of the world. Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, celebrating their win, and Bo Wyatt picks up a win over the NXT champion, Bo Dallas. So. Always a possibility of the two meeting for that NXT championship at our pay-per-view. You guys have a pretty big choice. Hopefully, we'll see if they're in the #1 contenders list. I don't know if they are, but if they are, then you have a pretty tough choice to do. Connect to Xbox Live. Dun, 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 dun. I needed to connect to Xbox Live because if it doesn't connect to Xbox Live, for some reason my Xbox thinks that there is no save or anything to it, and it will delete whatever is on it and start a new profile. So I finally figured out what happened last time. That's what happened last time. I turned on my Xbox and it was offline, and when I turned it on, I didn't see that, hey, I actually deleted my own stuff, and that was all me. That was all my fault, but we are on the black screen right now. I'm just waiting to see what happens. I'm going to be here in my bed lying down. Right now at this moment, go ahead, take a toilet break. I will be here for like 50 more minutes because this screen does not want to turn back to regular color. I'll be right here. Are we back? Nope. Well, let's just sing and dance. Why not? I like singing and dancing. Do you like singing and dancing? I saw you nodding your head into a no. Well... What about those toilets that clean your ass? Bidet? Bidet to you too, sir? Bidet. Oh, we want a revolution. Oh. Time. Why aren't you playing? Oh. I don't know what happened. It's just turned into a black screen. It's done this before. I'll tell you that much. It's done it before. I don't know how long it took though. I feel like it took a little less longer than this, but yeah, it's done it before. Oh, come on, man. I don't want to restart this because then if I restart it, this match didn't count. And I'm not gonna redo it. I know. You guys love the Wyatt family. You want to see more, but we do have a show here, and we do have to move it along. Just saying. I know you love them, but we gotta move the show along. Alright, I'm about to give up on this, and I'm going to go back to the home screen, and I guess the Wyatt family won't get a win for this one, because this shit's taking forever. Alright, so, here we go. Play game on disc. I fucking hate this thing, man. What are you doing? Come on, Xbox, stop being so stupid. I guess I gotta go back. Watch it like just automatically have deleted everything just because of this. Now I gotta go back. I'm sorry about this. I truly am sorry about this. I didn't expect my Xbox to be acting stupid. Again, this is live right here. This is live television right here. That's already been recorded, but it's live. And again, I don't take anything out of this, so you now know that this is unedited stuff. Fuck yeah. I just wanted to say a curse word, since I apparently don't say curse words anymore. Oh no, I think I say a lot of curse words actually. I think someone told me you say a lot of curse words, and I do say a lot of curse words. And you know what? Fuck it in the ass and call me in the morning. Morning. If I have to like do the whole show over again, it'll be a big fail, and I'll name this episode the Big Fail. So remind me to name it the Big Fail. In case I don't name it the Big Fail, remind me. Name it the Big Fail. What time is it? 4. I have to take a shower. I have to take a shit. I have to take a piss. Actually, I have to take a piss and a shower. No, I don't pee in the shower. Get off me. Not anymore. 2 weeks off the stuff. Yeah. High five. Oh, shit. I really have to... You know what? I'm just going to put the match together and I'm going to simulate see who wins. Customize freely? Yes. So let's see what the computer thinks. Maybe the computer gives it to Bo. You know, maybe the computer loves Bo Dallas. I don't know. I'm just taking guesses here. Maybe the computer's a Bo Dallas fan. But we're about to find out if the computer's a Bo Dallas fan or not. Alright, let's see if the computer is a Bo Dallas fan. We must wait for this one to happen. But you saw the match already. Hopefully the Wyatt family wins. If they don't, well, that's not going to be good. Because they're facing Bo Dallas. Some guy. And what was his name? Sami Zayn. So let's see who it is. It was Jake Carter, R-Truth, and The Undertaker. Yep. Where is he at? Corey Graves, Oliver Graves, Sami Zayn. And everybody, get up your feet. You're about to say Bo Dallas. Bo Dallas. Bo Dallas. Bo Dallas. I'm telling you, they are saying Bo, not Boo. They're saying Bo. And Bo's team wins the match. Oh, the Wyatt family wins actually. Kind of a bummer. Was really going for the team of the Bows. But I guess the Bows lost, and they'll be Bomore. You see what I did there? Instead of I said instead of no more, I said they'll be Bomore. I added the Bo in there. I think it's cool. Sami Zayn, another match. Just change the participants. We'll have Dylan, I guess. Versus who? Cassius Ohno? Yeah, sure, why not? Cassius Ohno, where are you, baby? Cassius Ohno versus some guy named Garrett Dillon. If you like Garrett Dillon, give me a hell yeah. I'm sorry. Let me repeat it again. If you like Garrett Dillon, give me a hell yeah. What? What? I can't hear you. What? I really can't hear you anymore. You know, you gotta speak up a little louder. What? Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Wait. I think I got something over here. Give me a hell yeah if you love Garrett Dillon. Yeah. All right, so we got one vote, but Cassius Ohno or Cassius Ohno, sorry, Cassius, like the nut, Cassius Clayton, Cassius everything, Cassius money, young money, Cassius. I need to take a sleep, but I can't because I gotta go to work and I gotta take a shower. Giggity 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 goo. Wait. This is my wake up alarm. Yeah, imagine waking up to that every morning. I have to wake up to that noise for some reason. I put that giggity. I found it hilarious, but now I don't. I'm too lazy to switch it, so I hear that every morning. Giggity 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 goo, giggity 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 goo. I'm like, oh shit! I know it's time to wake up. Don't you hate it like when you have dreams because your television is on, but your dreams somehow, you know, they involve different people, but the voices of the TV are transferred into your dream, and you're like having the dream about that. Like you're in that very same situation, and the other character is talking to you. Like, I don't know, someone in your life is talking to you about something like that, and you're like, oh, wait a second. And you're like, oh, it was just a dream. Oh, but the TV's talking about it. But yet the TV hasn't gotten to that part yet. I know. Some freaky shit, man. Some freaky shit. Some freaky shit, man. That's why you never fall asleep during the TV while the TV's on. 'Cause sometimes I wake up at like at 8 o'clock in the morning. Okay, wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning. I turn on my TV so I can stay awake. But I'm on my bed, so that's not a good sign. I'm gonna probably go back to sleep. So I fall asleep. I wake up an hour later, and I have a Blu-ray player that has my Netflix. So every time after 2 episodes, after I don't push the button for it to play a new episode, it gives you only 2 episodes, and after that time, I have to push the button to tell them I still continue watching Netflix. And at that time, I don't know, for some reason I wake up. No more noises. I'm waking up and putting it back, and I'm like, okay, this time I'm gonna wake up, go back to sleep. I go back to sleep to dream of some weird stuff. I don't know, man. Some of my dreams are, I don't know, they're just a little too deep. You know, but then I do that, and then again, I have to keep doing it. Come up at 10, I'm like, damn, it's time to wake up and do something. So I try to wake up, but I'm just in my bed again, and I'm laying down. Then 11:30 comes around, I'm like, oh shit, I have to wake up now for sure. So I pick myself up, put I put continue playing the show, and then I go to the bathroom, handle my business, come back to my bed, and go like, okay, this time I'm not gonna go to sleep. And guess what? I'm back up at 12:35, girl, trying to wake the fuck up and make something of the day. Hate it like that. I'm like up at 8 already. I'm like, oh, I can actually do something with my day today. And then I wake up back up at 12, and I'm like, oh, my day's pretty much gone already. I can't do shit with it now. You know, it's just the way, I think, just the way it goes. I had my 2 days off already. I'll tell you, those days went so fucking fast that working a 4-hour shift today is going to feel just as fast as those 2 days went. No, they're going to feel just as... No, those 4 hours are going to feel just like the 2 days off that I had. That's the bad part. That's how long it's going to feel. Those 4 hours are going to feel as long as my 2 days off, and I don't like it very much. Usually they say when that happens because you hate your job or you just don't like it. Well, I just don't like it that much. You know, I'm grateful for it. Very grateful for it, and hopefully I can keep it, but you know, I guess not a lot. I heard people don't like their jobs, and you know, I'm just there right now at it. Cause you do so much work. You really do. You really do so much work, and not to be appreciated for it kind of kicks your ass a little bit. And you're like, fuck, man, you know. And then you do your work, and you get your paycheck, and you look at it, and you're like, I know I worked harder than this. And it kind of gets you at times, and you're like, damn. But that's why you stay in school, kids. Stay in school. Have more opportunities out there, more opportunities. Be what you want to be. Be happy in your life. I'm in school still. I'm very happy about it. Very optimistic about what the future holds, and it should be fun, man. It should be a fun time to be in my socks. In your wife's pants. Wait. Where's the fire at, Gribble? Say it. Say in your wife's pants, and then someone just randomly says it, and it's like, oh, the principal's like, oh, and then Gribble goes like, in your wife's pants, and then it was kind of too late because someone already said it. So, or how about the best comeback ever of all time? The shrimp called George. They said they're running out of shrimp, and then he comes back with, well, the jerk store called, and they said they're running out of you. What's the difference? You're the best time all. And then the other guy goes like, "What's the difference? You're their best. You're their all-time best-selling." And then George's like, "Oh damn!" And he has to resort to the last matter. Well, I had sex with your wife. And at that point right there is where you're just like laughing your ass off. And then I laughed my ass off on that one. Then the kicker, the funniest part is when they come and tell him, well, his wife's in a coma, and he's like, "Oh shit! What did I just do?" I don't know. That show is funny to me for that. Like, jokes like that. Those jokes are hilarious. All right, so we got one more match before the last match. We got the main event coming up of NXT. I'm a little tired right now. My eyes are starting to fall asleep. Shouldn't have laid down in this bed. Gonna take a shower. Hopefully that wakes me up. Usually does. If not, we're gonna be in a lot of trouble. Hunter Eliminator versus Corey Graves. We're not going to change this. We're going to let this happen. Hunter Eliminator, Corey Graves, one-on-one. Hunter Eliminator can make some big splash here if he can beat Corey Graves. Corey Graves is the Young Lions champion. Imagine if a guy like Hunter Eliminator can defeat him. Maybe Hunter Eliminator becomes in the picture for a Young Lions championship. Maybe even the NXT championship. Who knows? Oh, Ryan. Oh, Hunter eliminator. I feel bad for that dude. He's gonna get knocked the fuck out by the Big Show. Dun, 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 dun. He makes a debut on NXT. Oh, wait, what's going on? Okay, here comes Corey Graves. Where is he? Oh, no. Come on. Don't attack him from the back. Oh, Corey Graves. Come on, man. You ain't this. Oh, look at that. Attacking a Hunter Eliminator. Poor Hunter Eliminator, man. Everyone's just attacking the poor kid. So we'll see who we are. We will be... who am I? I'm Hunter Eliminator, right? Ah, bitch. Put me on that blast on the MTV. I think he's cute, yeah, but I think he's married to him. He should download an audio and MP3 to show the whole world how you gave him an MVD. I don't know where that went. I don't know where that came from. But I am Hunter Eliminator against Corey Graves. Corey Graves is the champion. Hunter Eliminator is a new NXT rookie looking to prove himself here on the NXT block. Reminds me of a young Jim Swanso, the Mexican legend fighting sensation from China, Mick Swanso. Check him out. YouTube, Google, Mick Swanso. Mick, like Mick. So think about it. Yes, it's spelled the way it's pronounced. Mick Cafe. Mick. It's either M-I or M-C. Think about it. Mick Swanson. Yep, Swanson. So his name is Nick. His name is Mick Swanson. Yeah, that's right. Mick Swanson. Figure that out. And I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about anymore. What was I talking about? Was I talking about Hunter Eliminator? Or was I talking about I honestly don't remember what I'm fading out here. I'm like, my eyes are like closing right now. Corey Graves is jumping off and he's gonna kick my ass right now. Jesus Christ, the sleepy episode. I'm a little sleepy, but I am doing this, and it's 4 in the, it's 5 in the afternoon right now. I just came from like spending the night at my friend's house. We didn't fall asleep like until like 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm thinking 6 o'clock in the morning because the sun was already up. So we didn't fall asleep. Well, not. Well, he didn't. Well, the guy's house, he didn't fall asleep. He stayed awake. But we didn't fall asleep until like 6, and we woke up like at 6 or 8. I don't remember, man. Either way, we didn't sleep the whole night. Want to know what we were doing? We were playing Modern Warfare Poker. We were playing a whole bunch of crap. Even made a late night visit to my house so I could pick up the Xbox, just so I could forget my controllers and my Xbox can overheat while we were playing Madden. And somehow I don't have Blitz anymore. I thought I had it full length, but I don't have it. But Madden was overheating. Battlefield overheated apparently. I thought, hey, I have it saved to the disc, so we shouldn't be having that problem. Other than after that, we were like, you know what? Let's play some Modern Warfare 3. Let's play some survival mode because that's what he had, and we played some Modern Warfare 3. And I'm not going to say I beasted, but he beasted. He beasted with the little sentry gun. We got to level 30. Yes, right, level 30 on our first try. We were rusty, alright? We hadn't played for quite a long time, and we did business. And yeah, I took everything over there, and that's why I'm a little sleepy right now. Not the best shape right now. So if this commentary is a little, which it usually is, a little, it's because the guy and the mic is sleepy. But yet, no, I don't stop talking. Note that very well. How I don't stop talking. Just like talking. You know, what am I gonna do? Stay quiet and not say a damn word and let you guys be entertained by what? By that referee striped shirt that I am gonna buy on WWEshop.com for $24.99, and it's gonna have official WWE gear on it. And bam, Hunter Eliminator for the win. 1. Oh, replays. Okay, I guess you gotta show replays of this move. Pretty dirty move. 2, 3. I beat Corey Graves. Hunter Eliminator wins the main event of NXT Season 79 in Cancun, Mexico. Yeah. Okay, Hunter Eliminator got me a finisher. No, some a gamer thingy with cheeky. So Hunter Eliminator wins. NXT is good for the done to the end. So we do have a pay-per-view coming up for NXT. Usually we'll have a pay-per-view for everything now. So this is the way you guys will be able to vote for pay-per-view matches and stuff like that. I will post out another video in the near future, hopefully, on the NXT card. But at the since you did stick around all the way to the end, I do owe you a little view of what it could be, what this pay-per-view could be. So let's see. An interim promotional match. We're gonna have Oliver Gray, Dylan, Dusty Rhodes, Sami Zayn, Richard, Crimson, and Dylan. Parker and Steamboat versus Mike Dalton and Byron Saxton. Corey Graves versus Hunter Eliminator for the Young Lions Championship. Sami Zayn versus Richard. Oliver Gray versus Leo Kruger. NXT Divas Championship, Charlotte versus Cameron. Bo Dallas versus Hunter Eliminator. How the fuck did Hunter Eliminator get these two? What did you do, Hunter Eliminator? I know you're listening to me. What did you do to my Xbox? Hunter Eliminator has apparently two title shots. Now it's up to you. When I'll bring the next one, I will tell you if you want Hunter Eliminator to get two title shots on the next one. I honestly have no problem with it, but if you guys don't want that, well, I'm not gonna, But Hunter Eliminator has two title shots. How the hell did that happen? How the hell did this guy have two title shots and I have none? I don't know. I wish I knew how that was possible, but I'd like to thank you guys for watching this NXT episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you had fun. I know I did, because Hunter Eliminator has two title shots like a motherfucking boss. And thank you guys for joining me here, and I will see you guys later. Thanks a lot. Appreciate the love for the last video, for all those likes you guys left me. Really do appreciate it, even though I never asked for it. Really do appreciate for what you guys did for that one. I appreciate the 58 videos that I've done for you guys, and for you guys still watching and somehow commentating. And yeah, somehow watching. That's the toughest part of knowing it. But anyways, guys, see you guys later. I think I should tell you guys to leave now before Cody Rhodes comes over. He's supposed to be coming over to give me a massage. See you guys later. That mustache tickles.